And you know what it is, Uncle Bull Cow. I'm back once again, and I got a brand spanking new challenge. This is the Unbearable One by Old Agnes Store, Steve and Michelle. Yes, and since this is League of Fire, I will read the disclaimer. I, Uncle Bull Cow, I'm over 18 years of age, of sound mind, and have read and understood the hot sauce product disclaimer on the League of Fire website. In summary, I accept that the League of Fire, their suppliers, and manufacturers will, under no circumstances, be responsible for or liable for any claims of injury or damages arising from me consuming this product or multiples thereof. I acknowledge and agree to this fact without question. All right, so yeah, Unbearably Delicious, signed by Steve and Michelle. You see that? So you can see it's sealed. Haven't busted into it yet, but I'm about to. I believe there is a, I don't have a knife, so, all right, there we go. I believe that there is a 4-minute afterburn, so I do have a timer here. I'll set that. Oh yeah, all kinds of cool stickers, cards, and oh, I got some more League of Fire cards. Yeah. All right, so this is it right here, guys. There it is, packaged beautifully. So this is an entry-level challenge. So this is for somebody that's might be scared. They want to start off with something that's not gonna give them cat cramps for 12 hours straight and wreck them. I'll tell you about that when I'm doing my afterburn. So, League of Fire, Old Agnes Store, the Unbearable One. Uncle Bull Cow, here we go. Mmm. Mmm. Wow. Taste the Reaper powder. Of course, the chocolate, the goodness, the crispy. Excellent flavor. I can tell it's starting to build a little bit. Mmm. Oh yeah. Can't wait to do multiples thereof. Wow. It's got good heat. If you guys watch my other video, I've done a couple of the beginner entry level challenges this week. So far, I can tell that this is the hottest one. Mmm. Mmm. Buttery, sweet, fiery goodness. It's got decent heat. For the guys that want to really burn on high tolerance chili heads, I would say do multiples of this. Moderate chili heads like myself, eat 1 or 2 or 3. Work your way up to maybe 5. The beginner chili head, this would be good just 1. You'd probably eat it and get wrecked. A good wrecked, a beautiful wrecked. All right, let's go. Let's try a little. We'll do a little 4-minute afterburn. Is that thing working? There we go. So while this is going, I'll I don't know if I can set that back there. No, I got my good clock at home. I just had that with me. So I'm traveling. So talk about, if you guys watched the video, I think it's the one before this from last night. Let me tell you about it. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch that video. I was the first person to try the new Killer Queen Chug. And it's made with Burmese Naga, and it does have extract in it, and it tastes excellent. It was weird because I just ate a burger before that, and I had told Shahina, I said, I wish that I had that sauce to put on my burger. And that's really just, for some reason, I put those two together and said, yeah, that would work. Let me tell you about it. I did the chug. As all of you know, I do not throw up. And I've never done a chug before. With that being said, I did the chug, and it took my breath away. Had me speechless for a couple minutes. It was a little hard to talk. It was hot. Even burn in the mouth, the throat, everything, right down to the chest. But it was bearable at first. I'm eating the unbearable now. But it was bearable at first, and then it got really bad, and I was worried about my stomach, and I made a very, very stupid mistake. I grabbed some ice cold milk, drank it out of a straw, and one sip, two sip, and that by the time I hit the third sip, my throat went into a panic mode that nothing has ever done. You guys know my throat is giving me problems, and it just gets wrecked easy. And that milk just intensified the burn. I went into full-blown panic mode. I was asking people for ice. I didn't want ice, and I was getting more milk. And I came back to the hotel, and I suffered the worst calf cramps, the worst pain I've ever endured in my life. And so it was rough. So anybody out there that's going to do the Killer Queen, make sure that you start off with some other chugs first. All right, so let's get back to the unbearable one. Wanted to let it fully kick in. The burn is on my tongue and in my throat, and it's a nice burn. You guys know I like powders. I like stuff made with powders. I enjoy that kind of burn. Yes, I can get wrecked off of it too, just like anything else, but I'm not too much of a pod. I mean, of course I eat pods constantly, chopped up with my food, maybe a half a pod, but you know, it's like if I eat a whole pod, it just ruins me. Attacks the throat, makes me get an ear burn real bad, and then I just don't want anything else after that. Whereas powder and sweets with powder in them, snacks with powder in them, it's a builder. You know what I mean? It's like you take some, you start getting burned, you want more, you take more, you get more on top of that, and then you finally get to this place where you're like, you know what I'm saying? So that's how that is. I like the powder burn. I like in products. That right there is one of the, if not the best tasting challenge that I've ever done. I seen Steve Michelle's video, and I was just salivating over it. And so I was lucky enough to get my hands on some. And this is a winner right here in my book. I think the heat is perfect for entry level. And I think that he is perfect for the upper echelon of chili heads that want to do multiples thereof. So that's my thoughts on it. You guys know I always give honest reviews, and that's perfect right there. And I can't wait to eat like 3 or 4 or 5. I think 5 of those would put me in a bad place. But I'd do it, you know. I think 3 of them would be right there. right where I want to be, and I don't really want to be much higher than that. I think 5 of them would be a little struggle for me. Um, but wow, nice burn. It's lingering still. Like I said, it was building. I bit into it. I could taste the pepper powder a little bit. Of course, it wasn't overly powder flavor. I could taste that powder a little bit, and I was getting the heat a little bit. The more I ate it, the hotter it started getting. And I realized, I was like, yeah, that's awesome. All right, so we're at, my afterburn went over, I think it says 5 minutes and 42 seconds. So, yeah, I did the 4 minute afterburn and just schooled you guys on, what I like. If you're a tincture pod lover, that's your thing. I have tincture in my coffee every morning. Love it. Eat pods on most of my food. But when it comes to my favorite burn, is from powder. I love it. I have pounds of it at home, and when I'm talking about, I have a lot of different kinds of pepper powders. I'm a connoisseur of them. Absolutely love them. I love making stuff with them, and it just, especially challenges. So, Old Agnes Store, this will be released, I heard, in the next month. I was going to say week. I don't know why. But in the next month, this is going to be released. And if you guys are in the UK, you're going to get this from leagueoffire.com. If you're in the US, you're going to get this from oldagnesstore.com. Uncle Bull Cow, the unbearable one. I'm out. Peace.